Hey Gemini, what's up gang? Hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do what Spirit wants you to know. So if that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That will have any information that you need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, so let's go ahead and just jump right into this. For your intuitive message, we have the preserved rose, okay? So something is being preserved for you. Something is being kept safe right now. I feel like you're also being kept safe, right? I feel like you're in some kind of blooming stage or a transitional period of your life right now, and you might be feeling very sensitive or very open, okay? In fact, I'm getting a lot of like tension headaches or pressure in your head, ringing in your ears. Maybe you're having a hard time sleeping, or you're sleeping too much. It's like your sleep schedule might be a little off. You could be feeling very thirsty too, so there's a need to hydrate and drink a lot of water. For some reason, I'm getting like smells are smellier and colors are colorier. Like I'm just getting like everything is more vibrant. You could definitely be going through some kind of ascension right now, and definitely moving to the next level here. So Spirit is asking you to be calm and gentle with yourself. There could be a need to maybe take some spiritual baths or indulge in some meditation or some journaling here, maybe going out in nature, taking walks, sitting on your back deck if you have one, or your back porch if you have one, or wherever you're available to kind of sit outside, watch the birds, the trees sway, maybe the butterflies. Maybe you need to go to a park for that, whatever. It just feels like there's an energy here of watching nature and kind of putting life into perspective here. But something is being preserved, something is being protected for you, okay? Some of you guys have definitely been going through some kind of spiritual attack as well. Maybe you've been having some crazy dreams, or you've been feeling a little heavy, maybe having some intrusive thoughts, or maybe feeling a lack of motivation or something, right? But I feel like whatever this is, a Spirit is saying that you are very much protected. It's like you have like this shield or barrier around you, where any kind of negative energy that gets projected your way, intentionally or not, is getting sent back to their original owners, okay? So if people are thinking negative things about you, it's like it's reflecting back onto them. And so in turn, they're thinking more negatively about themselves, right? If people are sending any kind of weird heebie-jeebie your way, it's like it's getting reflected back to them, okay? Or it's not working or whatever, okay? It does feel like something also, I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm getting the energy of something like hitting the glass shield, because that's what it feels like, right? This is a cloche over the rose, but it feels like a bubble of light or something that's like a protective barrier for you. I'm getting something like hitting it and like moving away. Like there's something like that going on. So just know that you're very protected. Your ancestors ride for you. In fact, I'm seeing ancestors on horses. So I don't know if horses, or maybe you have horses, or maybe your ancestors were on horses a lot, or there's something about that. But I'm seeing ancestors on horses. And I feel like they're just saying like, hey, we're here, we're riding for you, we're protecting you, okay? Some of you guys might be doing some kind of like tea or supplement that you're taking every day. If you're taking something, I don't know, I'm getting somebody mixing something up every morning and taking it. That is going to start giving you whatever results it's meant to. So if it's meant to help you with your gut, it's going to. If it's meant to help you with your skin, your hair, if it's meant to give you more protein, more energy, it's going to, okay? I feel like for those of you who have been like hella focused on your health and your wellness, you know, like maybe you've been making sure your blood pressure's in check, your sugar levels, your cholesterol, you've been, you know, getting enough protein, getting enough fiber, you've been making sure you're not eating, you know, foods that aren't good for you, you know, really, they're it's so funny because they're saying sourcing your calories, okay, from places that are actually going to be helpful, right? So we're not just going to eat double cheeseburgers all day. We're going to eat like foods that are actually going to stick to us in a good way. It's like you're going to start seeing the results of that, boo. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. For somebody who's out here doing something, I don't know if it's working out, if you have like a new skincare routine, you're starting to take care of your hair, whatever you're doing for your body though, Gemini, Spirit is saying that is about to really work out for you. Like you're about to start seeing the results. And sometimes it takes time, right? We don't always see the results. Like sometimes we have to stick to things for at least a good month before we start noticing any differences. Like if we're taking vitamins, or we're doing something with our skin or our hair, or we're working on our body or whatever. It's like sometimes the results don't come instantly, but what Spirit is saying is you are going to see these results, and so is everybody else, okay? And yes, you might have haters that are going to say that, you know, you went and got a BBL or some weird crap like that. But no, it was just hard work and discipline that got you where you're at, okay? But yeah, you're heavily protected, and so is your dreams, your opportunities, your destiny. Because again, you're in this blooming stage. There's something that's very transitional with you right now. Let's get some angel numbers here for Gemini gang for what you want them to know, Spirit. Angel numbers, please, for Gemini gang. Oh, I got this message. Carnelian could be significant for somebody, or that crystal is something you need to carry. Actually, I have some up here. This is carnelian, okay? Maybe carrying it in your pocket or in your bra, okay? Just carrying it on you. I like getting palm stones because it's good for anxiety. Like, I'm like a fidgeter sometimes when I have anxious moments. So there's something here about kind of like fidgeting with something. I don't know, like rubbing something over and over and over again. Ew, but you know what I'm saying though, guys. It feels like there's something where keeping your hands busy is going to help, especially if you're trying to ditch a toxic habit, you know, whether it be, you know, something that you're taking in like a substance, or whether this be a negative mindset or something. There's something about keeping yourself busy that's going to be helpful for you. And not busy in a way of where you feel like you have to produce things all the time, but busy in a way of like, I don't know, however that resonates for you. What do we have here? Angel numbers for Gemini. What do you want Gemini to know? How about 824? We have your angels are shining a harmonious light in your current situation. Know that peace and serenity are close. So yeah, I feel like things are about to get brighter. Things are about to get lighter. It's like they're showing me a rainbow in my mind's eye. So you're going to have a lot of abundance coming in, but also this energy here of feeling very taken care of or healed. You know, supported is really the energy I'm getting, like a light after the storm. And I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it's like literally it's getting brighter outside suddenly. So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Is like things were a little dark or shadowy, but it's getting brighter. We are coming out of that pesky little retrograde around the 11th, and I know we're all happy about it too. So, you know, Mercury might have us in a chokehold right now, but hope is on the horizon, guys. Okay, what else do we have here for Gemini gang for what you want them to know? How about 1:30? Something could happen at 1:30, or 1:30 is just significant. Maybe you're waking up at 1:30 in the morning for somebody. Choose to live with purpose and take steps that you know will serve you and your expansion. Yes, I love that energy. It's like being very intentional about where you're stepping, what you're doing, what you're saying, even what you're thinking, what you're investing. There's an energy here of slowing down. Okay, slowing down, because if you're anything like me, you're like blah, 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 right 24/7, but Spirit is saying slow down, stop, think before you speak, think before you act, think before you take a step, be very intentional. Okay, choosing to live with purpose, because this is going to serve you, and it's also going to serve your expansion. And again, you are expanding right now. You're like the rose that's blooming open right now, right? So you're being very intentional, and this is helping you moving forward. What else do we have here for Gemini gang? They're showing me a boat, so maybe ships are coming in on the horizon here. How about 305? 305 says, face your challenges so that you can make changes rather than having changes presented to you. Ooh, unite with honesty and integrity. Interesting. So Spirit basically right here is saying something that I've actually been repeating a couple times in recent readings. Make sure that you're in the driver's seat when it comes to your life. Make sure you're not sitting in the passenger seat or the back seat, letting life drive you. So what this is saying is basically like, you know, face your challenges. Notice when things need to change. Notice when you need to move in a new direction. Notice the signs and synchronicities and what life, your body, people, situations are presenting to you. Be in charge, right? Decide, you know what? I think we need to actually make a change. We need to go down this path instead, or we need to make some adjustments here before life has to present these changes for you. It's basically like noticing that the foundation is crumbling before having the tower fall. It's giving that kind of energy, because you know Spirit will throw a tower in, right? Spirit will definitely come in and tell us, hey, you know, this ain't working out. I've given you some hints, right? The leaky roof, when the wind blows, the whole foundation's rocking. You know, it's like there's been hints. make some changes, or we're going to have to make these changes for you, because you are on, again, a destined path, or there's something that's very much being saved for you to be presented to you when you're in alignment for it, right? So divine timing is essential here, and that means you too. Like, you have to be a part of that divine timing, because everything else is kind of working behind the scenes to make something I feel more feasible or feel more realistic for you moving forward. So what Spirit wants you to do is face your challenges head on. Don't let your challenges come find you, because they will, right? It's like running away from your challenges instead of turning and facing them. It's actually giving kind of like big buffalo energy here, where the buffalo runs through the storm and the cow runs away from the storm. It's like, don't be a cow, be a buffalo, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. And we are going to pull some of my more intuitive decks. I just feel like it today. My nose is itching. I'm channeling. Ancestors are here. Let's just see what they want to channel through and what they want to bring through. Spirit, what do you want Gemini to know? We're going to use the animal deck first. What do you want Gemini to know? For some reason, I'm seeing a bee. So you could be working very hard right now, trying to build something, trying to create something. You are going to see some sweet results here when it comes to that. So whatever it is, and sometimes we don't see that. You know, the bees, like, they put a lot of work into making honey, right? And I'm sure, like, you know, they think that they'll never finish, or that this is like impossible, but it ends up pulling itself together here. What do we have for Gemini gang, please? Okay, what do you want Gemini gang to know, Spirit? What do you want Gemini gang to know currently? What do you want them to know, Spirit? Thank you. We have the crow. Ooh, follow your intuition and the mystic powers and guidance that you have been given. I'm talking to my mystics. I'm talking to my healers right now. I'm definitely talking to my psychics, right? People who are in touch, right? Tuned in. Follow your intuition. I feel like you have some kind of information or some kind of truth or some kind of knowledge that's been passed down. You have some kind of power that's been passed down to you from your ancestors, is what Spirit wants you to know. Whatever this is, it guides you. And you might have faced a lot of journey energy in your life, you know? So maybe you've been all over the place, or maybe you've traveled a lot. If you've been somebody who's been in the same area your whole life, you're definitely not like everybody else. Okay, and you've been through a lot internally that other people around you haven't been through, but you are meant to journey. You are meant to kind of create more for yourself and see more, experience more in life. There could also be some very superstitious energy or something, you know? I don't know, maybe like you're following more superstitions, or you're starting to pay attention to superstitions. Like if your ear's itching, or if your foot's itching, your hand's itching, like maybe you're paying attention to that stuff more. You could be noticing an influx of crows for sure. Or again, didn't I say I saw the ancestors on horses? Yes, okay? You could be seeing these animals. Some of you might literally see like a horse in your yard one day and be like, well, I'll be damned, where did that come from, you know? But it's a huge synchronicity. I feel like Spirit's saying that you're going to be seeing a lot of huge synchronicities and confirmations. Don't dismiss them. So these things are going to feel like they're almost impossible to see. Like, there's no way I'm going to wake up and see a horse in my yard, but somebody here will, you know? I'm even getting somebody in traffic and they look next to him and there's like a Mustang or something, or is it a Ferrari or whatever that has the horse symbol on the car? For some reason I'm seeing that. I don't know. You might also find little trinkets or something around the house. So you might find like coins, marbles, little crystals, maybe feathers, maybe a bell. There's something here about finding something around the house, and this being a sign from the divine, okay? But you're being asked to trust your intuition right now. Trust your intuition. Trust where you're being led. You're not always going to have all the answers. You're not always going to have all the clarity, but your intuition is going to tell you that this is okay. You can trust your intuition. You can trust yourself. You can trust the path that you're on, right? You can trust your ancestors. You can trust the divine. You're being led. You're definitely one of the chosen people, or you're somebody that's here meant to fulfill a certain mission for Spirit. Trust that you're being guided and that you're being led. And it's not always going to be easy, or it's not going to always look ideal, or again, we're not always going to have the answers. Spirit wants you to trust anyways, okay? There's something big about that. Somebody's ancestors literally work through crow medicine. So I don't know, maybe you find a lot of crow feathers, or maybe you see crows a lot, you hear their caws or whatever, but it just gives me the energy here of somebody's ancestors showing up with crow energy. What else do we have here for Gemini? What do you want Gemini to know? Ooh, that's way too many, but you could be transitioning into the role of a teacher here with the Cobra. And of course, every teacher is but a student, right? So we're all learning, but you could definitely be learning, but also teaching others here. You have some kind of immense wisdom within you that Spirit wants you to honor here. What do we have here for Gemini, gang? What do you want Gemini to know, Spirit? What do you want Gemini, gang, to know, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Vulture. Ooh. I don't know why I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing Shadow Twin. Okay. This is going to be a message that's going to resonate for somebody. It's one of those messages where it's like, yeah, that's what I've already been thinking. Some of you guys have a shadow twin out there. This is not romantic, okay? This is not like the twin flame. This is somebody who is kind of on a similar journey to you. It's almost like you guys are going like this, right? Where, and you know, you guys go this way and this, but you're like, it's mirroring energy is kind of what they're giving me. Like you mirror somebody around you, okay? You might not even be aware of this, or maybe you are. It's like you guys have very similar paths. You have similar traits, how you act, how you talk, the things that you've been through. It's very similar, but for some reason they take it to a dark place where you take it to the light, okay? So this is somebody who could actually be kind of hating on you. Just the way that this vulture is looking at this crow, it's like, I was supposed to be a crow, you know? I was supposed to have this, and whatever knowledge or whatever you've been given from Spirit, maybe this is blessings, it's protections, it's a divine, you know, path or purpose here. It's like this person, I don't know, they're grasping onto like a stick or a branch, you know? There's something here about that where you have somebody who looks at you that sees themselves in you, but also sees where they didn't rise to the occasion, or for some reason where you're divinely supported and protected, but they feel like they aren't. And I don't know why that is, okay? The Spirit, I feel like that's something that you know, or that Spirit knows. Maybe this person has made negative choices. Maybe they use their powers for bad, right? Maybe they strayed away from their divine contracts. Who knows why things are working out for you and not this person? But there's this feeling here of somebody who's watching you, feeling like that's supposed to be me. You have what I'm supposed to have, okay? This person could be balding, or there could be something with that. They're bald, or there's something with their hair missing here, okay? There's something with the deformity, or they're starting to age very rapidly where you're not. You're like reverse aging or something here. This person has a lot of negative energy, or maybe even negative attachments that are kind of stuck to them, that they need to purge, they need to release, you know? I feel like why this is significant and why Spirit wants you to know this is because this energy could affect you. First of all, some of you know who this is and you have some kind of affinity for this person. So it's like, you know, it's like having a sibling where it's like, man, they're a son of a biatch, but they're my sibling and I love them and I want them to do better. So I go ahead and answer the text at 12 o'clock at night and tell them, sure, come over when they say they need somewhere to stay. And I wake up and all my silverware is missing, right? It's like giving that kind of energy. Like there's somebody here where it's like, you know that they're really no good, or you know that, you know, it's like you take pity on this person in a sense. For some of you, for those of you who know who this is, it's like you take pity on this person, you know? But it's like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. I butchered their names last time because I don't really listen to them that much, but it's Keel and Pal or Keenan and Pal or whoever those two comedians are. But there's a skit that they did where it's like the son that does very well, he comes home and the son that never moved out and kind of like, you know, sponges off of the parents, and he's like totally a narcissist and everything. Like they have this whole interaction and he's basically, you know, the good son is basically talking about how he's getting married and all this stuff, and he's inviting him and he wants his brother to be the best man and he's going to fly him out. And then his brother gets mad because he's not going to fly him out first class. But there's just like when he says he's going to get married, he's like, well, whoop-de-doo, right? Like, it's like so negative, you know? So some of you guys might have some kind of sibling rivalry or something like that going on, or this is just somebody, maybe you were siblings in a past life, or there's some kind of tension here from a past life for sure with whoever this individual is, but they are a shadow twin, is what Spirit's saying. I've never heard that term before, but that's what I'm getting. It's somebody who, like, they are twin to you, they definitely mirror you, and there's definitely some kind of soul connection or soul bond here, but there's a lot of karma that's meant to be worked out, but it's very shadowy. So this person, you push each other in different ways. This person pushes you to have stronger boundaries, to keep believing and trusting in yourself, right? You push this person to kind of see the parts of themselves that need to be healed or need to grow. It's up to each one of you to do your work, right? We can't control if they do their work or you do your work or whatever. Well, you can control if you do your work, but you know what I'm saying, like, they can't control that. It's every person has to take care of themselves here, but we're both reflecting things back to each other that's going to be helpful. So I don't know if that resonates or not. I feel like this person gets really upset about your achievements in your life with the beaver energy, and everybody just loves you, everybody just thinks you're so great, you know? There's something about that. And also the beaver, you know, the beaver faces a lot of hardship, right? The dam gets washed away, and then they go out there every day and they rebuild it, you know, rain or shine. They're doing what they got to do. And I feel like this is something that has helped cultivate a lot of blessings or a lot of ease or something in your life. It's got you into a forward momentum that's going very well. This person doesn't see it that way, though. Like, when the water comes and crashes your dam that you built away, they get happy, but then they get so frustrated the next day watching you rebuild it. You know, like, they hate your strength of spirit. I hate to say that because hate is such a strong word, but it's like they do. They hate your strength of spirit. They hate how strong you are, or how you don't, you know, fold under pressure. So basically what Spirit is saying about this energy is that it could affect you. You could have an affinity for this person where you go out of your way to do nice things, they don't appreciate it, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. There's a big entitlement here. This person feels like they're owed this. This isn't something where they're like, oh, I'm so lucky to have Gemini actually giving a shit about me and caring about me and doing nice things for me. No. Well, yeah, of course Gemini is going to do that for me because they owe me. They should do that for me. You know, they have more than enough. Right? It's that kind of energy for sure. I'm also getting where this person drains your energy, whether you're aware of it or not. So for those of you who are not aware of your shadow twin, right? There's a big energy here where Spirit wants you to be aware of when you feel drained or when you feel heavy, pulling back your energy, cutting any cords that are attached to you that you know about or you don't know about. Okay, and making sure that you're smudging yourself, because there could definitely be somebody who's evil eyeing you, hating on you a little bit, you know, like preying on your downfall. It's very toxic energy, and I don't normally get that toxic of energy from the vulture, because the vulture is actually an incredible animal, you know, incredible. Like, they have a very strong stomach, you know, they can eat the things that other creatures in nature can't. They keep our planet clean. They're like the cleanup crew. They're doing the job that nobody else wants to do. They're highly worked, underappreciated, you know? So I actually really enjoy vulture energy, but that's just what I'm getting is incredibly negative energy. I'm also, however, getting the energy of a medium here. Somebody could be exploring mediumship abilities, or your mediumship abilities are going to be increasing. But please make sure that you're protecting yourself. Okay? I mean, I talk about protection when I speak of tarot, like we should always be protecting ourselves before we touch the cards and we dive into anybody's energy. But for sure with mediumship, because you're dealing with spirits and entities where they can cloak themselves. You might get trickster spirits that, you know, are saying one thing or doing something to kind of manipulate you, or even come in to just, you know, cause a living hell in your life. So please, if you're new to mediumship, or you're somebody who's just jumping into it, or you feel like you have these abilities, please protect yourself if you start messing around with that, because there could be negative energies that see your light and they're just instantly attracted to it. What else do we have here? Let's get one more, I think. One more for Gemini gang. What you want Gemini to know, Spirit. One more. We have the Gazelle. Ooh, this is a fan favorite, right? We love this card. Okay, so the Gazelle has been through a lot. It's wounded warrior energy. It always gives like the 9 of Wands, you know? It's like I finally get a chance to sit down. I finally get a chance to take a break. I'm tired. Got tears streaming, right? I always say the illustration just makes this look like the arms cut off or whatever. Like, this Gazelle's been through some things. This Gazelle has seen some things, right? Been through a lot of spiritual warfare, been through some battle stuff. Maybe has like slight, like, I don't want to make light of PTSD, but possibly some of you guys might have that, or you might have CPTSD where it's complex and it's not something that's just like, you know, easily diagnosed, right? I'm also getting like a lot of things of like core memories that flash up in your head. So like, you know how like sometimes like things will happen in your childhood and it's like out of nowhere, you'll just remember it and you're just like, damn, I don't want to think about that. Or I don't know why I'm thinking about that or why that's that one little memory that I remember. It's like a core memory. Some of you guys have that happen, okay? But you get a chance to sit down, you get a chance to rest, and it's like, oh my God. You hear a little like rustling in the bush. Like, what is this? What now? What next? But actually it's something good. That's the beauty of the Gazelle. It's like, it's not a predator. It's not a lion on the Serengeti. You know, it's opportunity coming the Gazelle's way because the Gazelle, you know, has earned that. It deserves to have some good opportunity come its way. So there's a major transformation that's taking place with the butterfly on the bottom of the deck. And you're in the midst of this transformation now. So maybe, you know, I don't know. I don't know how a flower feels when it blooms. Maybe it feels good. Maybe it hurts, right? We talk about this with the snake shedding its skin all the time. Maybe there's a sensation that happens that lets them know it's time to shed my skin. Maybe they feel a little uncomfortable. All I know is that change is not easy, right? In the 39 years of my life, change has never been easy. Change is scary. Very rare do I have changes happen where I'm like, this is going to be great. Most times there's nerves involved. There's anxiety involved, you know? Fears and worries over the unknown, doubts about yourself and your own capabilities. Change is not easy, but it is the only consistency in life. Everything does change, right? And I feel like you're going through some kind of change right now. Don't let the naysayers, even if they're the ones in your own head, okay? Don't let the naysayers tell you that you're not ready for this transition or you're not ready for this shift. Spirit is saying that you are. You're more than ready for this shift, Gemini. You're more than ready for this transition. You've been ready, okay? And you're carrying some kind of divine wisdom, power, protection, blessings, right? And you can get past whatever this negative energy is. So whether this is somebody who's like physically standing in your way, stopping you, or whether this is your own sense of insecurities and your own shadow energy, maybe you've been going through the shadow work, and anybody who really has done some for real shadow work, you know that's not easy. You know, it's not. And so maybe you've been going through this shadow work and you're like, okay, well, we made it out, you know, I'm tired. And Spirit's like, are you ready for the transition? Are you ready for the shift? Are you ready for this change? You've been waiting for it, right? That's the energy they're giving me. For some reason, they're showing me that picture of I think it's a crocodile. I don't think it's an alligator. I think it's a crocodile that had the butterfly on its nose. Okay. I don't know why they're showing me that picture, but maybe that's significant for somebody. But you're ready. You're ready for this change. That's like a very consistent message here, okay? Yeah, the fox, you know? I feel like Spirit wants you to see how suited you are, how prepared you are for something. You're very resourceful, you know? You show a lot of ingenuity. You think outside the box. You're very smart for some of you guys. Like, you like to read. You like to learn. Some of you guys like math. Not everybody, obviously, you know? But some of you, you're into numbers. Or I'm hearing quantum physics, okay? So some of you guys are into quantum physics or something like that. Or maybe you're using quantum physics to create quantum leaps or to change your actual reality here. There's a lot of manifesting work too. So some of you guys could be manifesting right now. Yeah, I feel like untapped potential is definitely unraveling within you and coming to the surface. So Spirit, another message that I'm getting from Spirit is like, if you're getting any kind of ideas, any kind of downloads within yourself right now, like, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should create that, or maybe I should try this. That's important. If you can't do it right this second, at least write it down, you know, my book of ideas, right? So you can go back to it when you're not feeling so inspired, because I feel like there's something here where your Spirit team is giving you a lot of ideas, right? Like Spirit has put ideas or creativity inside of you for you to utilize. But there's definitely the sun rising over a negative situation here. You're going to start feeling better soon, or you already are, you know? Okay. What do you want Gemini to know? We have card number 93, focus, guidance and direction. Yes, you will be given some kind of guidance and direction here soon if you're not getting this already. And Spirit wants you to stay very focused on this again, right? It's like you're going to see the signs, you're going to see it off in the distance, and you're going to be like, okay, well, what is this? What is this trying to tell me? Spirit's saying it's okay to walk into change. It's okay to walk into the unknown. So for those of you who maybe haven't been feeling very purpose driven or direction oriented, that is going to change. Because you know, sometimes like we'll feel like moments in our life where we're just kind of sitting there spinning, right? Or we're on idle and we're just kind of like, I don't know, you know, I don't know. Spirit's bringing that direction, that guidance to you. You are going to know. And you're going to be very focused on this, you know? There's something here about this picture too. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like concrete or whatever. And I don't know, the way I'm looking at it, it's making me feel like seeing the details in something, you know, like seeing the details. I know this is going to sound a little nutty too, but there's something about like space exploration. I don't know. I feel like we might hear something in the news about something that they see on the moon or they see on a planet or something. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm getting like somebody like looking at pictures of the moon or looking at pictures of Mars or something and seeing something. So yeah, that's just something that came through. Whatever. We have card number 44, cotton candy. Make a wish on the bottom of the deck. Life is about to get sweet. Like wish fulfillment is about to come. And that's the direction that you're being guided towards. Wish fulfillment. You know, again, something has been preserved for you while you're in this transitional period, while you're facing your shadow twin or facing the negative energies within yourself, okay? What else do we have here, Spirit? What do you want Gemini to know? What do you want Gemini to know, please? Okay. We have card number 5, grapefruit, generous energy. I'm hearing you give more to get more, okay? So blessings, it's like giving me the energy of like it's a frequency, right? So if you give more, you're going to get more. And this doesn't necessarily mean that you give to people who aren't worthy, again, because you have people around you who feel like they are worthy. Like I'm entitled to whatever it is that you have to give. You're here to serve me. You're here to give to me. Now dance, right? Perform for me. Do what I say, right? And it's like, nah, that's not how it works, right? It's an energy exchange here, okay? So give to those who are giving to you. Support those who support you. Because that's how you're going to create this abundance. That's how you're going to create more doors and more openings, more blessings into your life. You give, you get, right? If you're just in this energy of a vacuum of like, no, I'm just going to take, there's not a balance there. And the energy, the universe, everything, it resides on the energetic balance, right? We need to have the balance there. We have card number 66, a lot of double numbers we've seen, 44, 66. So maybe the double numbers are significant for you. But lavender, me, myself, and I, right? Generous energy. If you're going to give, start with yourself, right? I feel like Spirit's saying that. Lavender could also be significant for somebody, okay? Maybe you're putting lavender in your drinks or something, or you're starting to cook with it or something like that. Make sure you get the lavender that's food safe, but I'm getting that for somebody like cooking or putting lavender in their drinks or their coffee or their tea or something here, okay? But maybe you're putting lavender in your bath, or you're getting lavender incense, or you're burning lavender, or you're hanging lavender around the house where you can smell it. You guys can get, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can get lavender off of Amazon, good quality lavender, like a bundle of it. You just hang it up on your wall. Your whole house smells like lavender. It's amazing. I'm just saying, okay? For pretty cheap too. Maybe you're growing lavender. I don't know. Lavender is significant, but lavender talks about relaxing for me. You know, lavender energy also opens up your psychic abilities, your intuition, and that seems to be very important for you moving forward. Because where you're not able to see, you're going to need to see, if you know what I'm saying, okay? But yeah, Spirit is saying, me, myself, and I, it's time to take care of you. It's time to give to yourself, not to the people that have their hands out but aren't actually giving you anything in return. Like, you're not here to, you know, serve or give constantly and then, you know, that's your only value is what you give. No. Okay, what else do we have here, Spirit? This really wanted to pop again, but it popped with this chunk, so we're not going to take it. Cotton candy, make a wish. Maybe you do need to make a wish. Maybe you need to send a wish or a prayer up to Spirit, you know. What else do we have here for Gemini gang? One more, please. For what you want them to know, Spirit. What do you want Gemini to know here? What do you want Gemini? Okay. We have Ghostland, Forgetfulness, card number 96. Interesting how we have that with the vulture out here, because there's just something about that that looks a little matchy-matchy, okay? So I get a couple messages here. First of all, some of you guys could be being very forgetful right now, like your memory, you know, that's part of the Mercury retrograde. Your brain's kind of just mush right now. So just be gentle with yourself. But if you feel like this actually is a real issue, maybe see a doctor or maybe look into some vitamins that are going to help with your mental strength here, okay? Or eating foods that are going to help with brain power. That could be something that's very significant for you guys. For some reason, they're showing me walnuts. I think walnuts do impact your brain. So maybe eating walnuts or drinking walnut juice or something like that, okay? Also, again, with the mediumship, like I was talking about, some of you guys might attract some friends. You might attract some tag-alongs, so make sure you're protecting yourself. Make sure you also know that you're the one that's in charge if you're doing mediumship. You don't have to talk to anything you don't want to talk to, and you don't have to let anything in your house or in your energy that you don't want let in, okay? So just make sure that you're the one that's in charge here when it comes to that. Another thing I'm getting here with this Ghostland is that somebody is going to kind of fade away. I had to, guys, but that's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like, I feel like somebody's going to fade away out of your life here. Somebody who's been a nuisance. It's like they're going to go fly off and bug somebody else. I don't know. That's not for everybody, though. Like, for some of you, you're going to have this attachment, and I hate to say this because I'm not trying to be negative here. I just got to be real. Some of you, this energy, this shadow twin, that's what they do. They follow you, you know? Just like you'll run into your twin most of your lifetimes, your actual twin, like you'll run into your shadow twin a lot too, you know? Like they'll incarnate with you. Family members, friends, bosses, co-workers, neighbors, people that you can't escape so easily, you know? Or if you're on a platform, they'll run across your energy, they'll see you. It's like somehow you guys will come into contact because you're meant to teach each other things. You're meant to help each other grow, albeit it's not exactly the most ideal working relationship here. But for some of you guys, yes, somebody might kind of move on from hating you. I don't know. Spirit could also be messing with this person's memory too and causing them to be very forgetful, or I'm getting like a clumsy type of energy too. Like, I don't even want to say that, what I just saw. I don't even want to say that because I don't like people to suffer. Even when they've done me wrong, I don't like people to suffer, you know? But it's not really up against what I like. But let's just say somebody could be clumsy and have an accident here if this person's too busy watching you and they're not watching where they're going, okay? That's not for everybody, obviously. Raise your vibration here. Yeah, I feel like it's like you could get lost in the fog very easily because the gazelle, while it does talk about very auspicious events that could be happening on the horizon, it gives like a good energy. It's like the gazelle has the power to take it to a negative place if it wants to because it's been through so much, you know? And the gazelle is a natural prey animal, so it's used to kind of being attacked or used to being chased or used to going through it. So it could kind of take the rumbling in the bushes and the, you know, the thing that's kind of drifting in, the door of opportunity that's being presented, and it can take it to a place where it's like, well, I'm not going to trust that, right? There's a need to kind of raise your vibration if you're not trusting the opportunities that Spirit's bringing into your life or the direction that you're being asked to go in. Because you do have something that not everybody else has here, Gemini. That's what I look at when I see the crow and this mystical, magical marble that it's holding. It's like it has something that everybody else wants to have. It has direction. It has purpose. It has guidance. It has protection and security from the divine, right? So there's no need for you not to trust. But of course, we're human and that's part of it, you know? Also, there's something about marbles, lost your marbles, Ghostland with the vulture. Yeah, there could just be a crazy person that's just like, they swear that you everything you do is for them. Like, you know, but this could be somebody like, if you have a social media, they subscribe, they unsubscribe, they subscribe, they unsubscribe, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like, bruh, get a life, you know? But this person, you trigger this person. Again, this is somebody who does what you do, or there's very similar energy, but they take it to a dark place where your intentions are not like that. There's something there with that, guys. There is something there with that. What is this? Tumbleweed, 79, native spirit, alchemy, transformation, and then 97, disease, stress, and negativity. Some of you guys are alchemizing some of the ancestral wounds that you were born into, right? So if your ancestors had any kind of addictions, lack mentality, anger issues, failure to commit to things, failure to believe in yourselves and take it a step further, whatever these are, okay? Maybe they've suffered a lot of loss. Maybe like their land was stolen, or a lot of their people were slaughtered, or something like this. Or maybe they were born into a life of like bondage, okay? Whatever this is, you're alchemizing this energy and you're turning it into something different. So your ancestors are very proud of you for that. I feel like they want to come through and say that. Okay, let's get some advice and additional messages, guys. Advice and additional messages, please, for Gemini gang. Advice and additional messages for Gemini gang for this reading of what you want them to know, Spirit. Thank you for the messages. Thank you, thank you. What do we have? We have, yep, listen, y'all. Surrender to receive, card number 2. Okay. Some of y'all could be feeling like a number 2, if you get what I'm saying. Like, you'd be feeling like a big old pile of, you know what? I feel like that's normal. I feel like that's normal in life to sometimes feel like not your best self, okay? Yeah, Spirit's asking you to surrender. Please surrender. Please stop trying to force. Please stop trying to plan. Please stop trying to strategize. Please just let it happen, okay? There's almost this energy here of feeling so grateful too that you are able to surrender, that you have something that's larger than you, that's looking out for you. Because again, some people walk around their whole life feeling directionless, feeling like they're lacking purpose, they're lacking motivation. That's when they turn into this vulture energy. No offense to the good vultures out there. They're doing the work that we need done on this planet. It's just that for some reason in this reading today, they're not showing up in the greatest energy, but I really respect vulture medicine, okay? What else do we have here for Gemini gang, for what they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do they need to know? What is Gemini? Thank you. We have perception, card number 21. Yeah, don't bury your head in the sand, especially when it comes to somebody around you that's not good for you. Because some of you, again, it's like you get the text from your sibling, 12 o'clock, I need somewhere to stay. And it's like, oh God, you know, like the guilt comes in, you know? And you don't owe this person anything, but there's like a karmic cord there that makes you feel guilt or makes you feel responsibility. And so you let him in again, and then your china's missing, right? Your medicine cabinet is cleaned out. It's like, don't bury your head in the sand to the problems in your life. Didn't we see that in the angel numbers? Like, face your challenges head on before they find you. Dragonfly energy, because I just saw a dragon. It's like buzzing, like literally circling around my car right now. So dragonflies can be very significant for you. But that's, again, transforming your mind. Dragonflies talk about that, seeing something in a different perspective. So that makes sense. Yeah. But face your challenges head on. Don't let your challenges come find you, Gemini. Okay? For some reason, they're showing me the Kool-Aid man busting through the door like, here's Johnny, right? It's like, it's your challenges. And you're like, no. For some reason, I don't know why I'm getting that for somebody. The illusion here, yeah. Because some of you guys might be fearing something that it's not really something that is worthy of your fear. Like, you could easily overcome something here. Let's get something else out here. Advice and additional messages. Advice and additional messages for Gemini gang, please. We have small steps, big accomplishments, card number 8. So big turtle energy, okay? Some of y'all could be seeing turtles. Some of you guys might stop and help a turtle or a tortoise across the road. I'm getting the energy of somebody like holding up traffic, being like, no, you'll wait, right? Like there's something like that, okay? Or something like humanitarian. I always get like humanitarian, environmentalist type of energies with this card. So baby spirit's saying like, take care of your earth, take care of your mother, you know? Like clean up the earth, clean up the planet, take care of the animals, send out good vibes, go hug a tree. There's something there with that for sure. But small steps, big accomplishments. I feel like what Spirit is saying is that yes, you see small steps and that's what you're seeing. But when you look back, you'll be like, wow, look how far I've come. It's like it adds up, you know? So these small steps you're taking now are going to lead to big accomplishments. No expectations. This talks about somebody who is on the verge of change, on the verge of walking through a door, new opportunity. It's a little scary here with this Black Panther energy, but they're being encouraged to walk through anyways and trust, not to hold themselves back out of fear, okay? Whoa. Opportunity knocking, card number 16. Didn't I say at the beginning I saw bees? Yes. You've been working hard, and because of that, it's just, you know, you keep trying, right? Because of that, you're going to see some kind of results to your effort here. So you guys could have an opportunity that comes through. Again, this door to opportunity, it's gonna appear, and Spirit's asking you to trust this. Trust where you're being guided. Trust where you're being led. Don't try to make something fit that's not fitting too. That's a message here too with the keep trying, because the keep trying talks about somebody who keeps trying over and over and over to do something, to heal themselves, and finally they have to realize that healing is within. You know, also the starfish energy, the starfish medicine is so powerful because it's like regenerating yourself, you know. And so if something breaks away, it can easily grow back, or something better can replace it. Nothing is ever truly lost. Okay. All right, Gemini, that has been your reading. I do hope that it helps, hope it resonates, hope it does something, and I will definitely see y'all in the next one. Bye.